Alrighty, welcome to the third try of two-story props how-to video tutorial on Moldstar 16 Fast. I was having some camera issues before and went through two perfectly good videos before I realized that I had no memory in my camera. Anyways, just to go ahead and make use of the rubber I had already mixed up for the previous attempts, I went ahead and poured the rubber in the mold. I won't go into detail about the rubber. That's already on the blog. This is really just a how-to video on how to use the stuff. This rubber is mixed together in a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. So pick you up some clear cups, preferably with these little ridges on them. That way you can, count how many ridges up you have, and that way you can, get rough equal amounts by volume. I've already gone ahead and poured the rubber out that I'm going to use. I'm not using that much since I don't really have that much left to do. But as a quick example, I'm going to show you all the viscosity of this stuff. As I said in the blog, it's like it's warm chocolate syrup. It's less viscous than the rubber we're used to using, which is Smooth-On's Rebound 25. They're both platinum silicone rubbers, but this stuff is specifically designed to work fast, hence the name. But you have a 6-minute working time window, and that begins the moment you start stirring the stuff together. So don't rush, but be very mindful of the amount of time you're taking to stir. Be very thorough in how you're stirring. You want to be sure you're getting everything, or else portions of it won't cure correctly or won't cure at all. Now, one of the things that interest me in this rubber was the 30-minute curing time. As I said in the blog post, my materials test took about 35 to 40 minutes to cure, but I was in an air-conditioned room. It was probably around 65 to 67 degrees in there, so it was kind of cool. I imagine that had something to do with it. Pretty much any rubber, and this stuff specifically, if you're working in a warmer environment, it's going to cure a little bit quicker. And there's even baking instructions for this stuff on the material data sheet that comes with it that tells you if you want to reduce the curing down to, I think it said 10 minutes, you can set your oven to such and such degrees and put it in there for so many minutes, and you should be able to reduce it down to, I think it said 10 minutes. But given that other rubbers, the stuff that we're used to using, Rebound 25, given that stuff takes 4 to 5 hours to cure, 30 minutes is a dramatic improvement on that time frame. All right, this stuff is pretty well mixed together. I'll mix it a little bit further as I pour some of it out. But the starting time for this particular batch is 5:55, so around 6:25, at least according to the package, I should be able to pull this rubber off the model. The previous batch at the start of this video was about 18 to 20 minutes into curing, so it's actually most of the way there. I'm gonna go ahead and stir some of the rest of this up. I had something quite profound to say. Because of the working time on this rubber, I would not recommend using this for a helmet or any larger models unless the model has very simple details, has smooth surface. But if you decide to do that, really I think the only people that would want to do that would be people who have several years of working with rubber under their belt. I would not recommend tackling a larger project with this if you're a first time or otherwise beginner level user. I'd say that's good enough. Because this stuff, it really is just intended for small block molds. I might try something a little larger later on with this stuff, but for the time being, I really just see me doing small block molds with this stuff and sticking to the rebound for larger projects. I'm going to come back around 6:25 and show you all the results. Alright guys, I'm back. It is 6:25, exactly 30 minutes after I poured that last batch, and it is cured. I'm going to take a minute and cut this out of the cardboard pieces, and then I'll show you all the finished mold. Alright guys, just to show you all that not much time has passed since I cut the mold off. It's been 2 minutes. And here's the mold. I gotta clean out this flashing in here, but otherwise you have a perfectly usable mold in half an hour. This is David for 2 Story Props, showing how to use MoldStar 16 Fast by Smooth-On.